Today, I would like to talk about Venus. Very, very important planet on the chart. Let's start with who is Venus. Venus is Shukracharya. He is the guru of the demons. What does Venus represent in your chart? Venus represents wealth, opulence, nice home, nice property, having a nice car. It represents fragrances, it represents women, it represents a spouse, represents your wife, represents someone who involved in diamonds or the diamond trade. Among animals, it represents cattle, horses, and cows, which are considered a little more noble animals. Also represents, medically speaking, represents the appendix, represents the urinary bladder, represents the kidneys, it can represent the ovaries and the uterus. So how Venus is going to do depends on where it's placed in your chart. So Venus in the first house, let's talk about that first. If Venus is in your first house, it's someone who's a very spiritual nature, very compassionate and kind. Someone who's probably very nice looking, born into a very wealthy family, has a lot of intelligence. Venus in the second house is going to represent someone who follows a very, very nice diet. Again, very, very attractive, has a very gentle and outgoing nature. Venus in the third house represents someone who gets along well with their siblings, will be very good and articulate in speaking. Fourth house Venus is someone who has a good domestic situation, has a nice home, has a nice partner, internally peaceful, has multiple properties, probably valuable properties. Venus in the fifth house is going to be someone who has nice children, maybe more females than males, more girls than boys, but also a very, very nice situation. Very, very intelligent. This person could be an actor or actress who do well in the entertainment industry. Sixth house Venus is somebody who will travel to foreign places. They may work for a famous person. They'll do a lot of traveling with this person which will bring them some benefit. Venus in the seventh house represents business and partnerships. This person can do very well in relationships with others if they do business together. There may be some delay in marriage with the seventh house Venus. In the eighth house, Venus represents someone who has a long life, very peaceful death. Ninth house, which is one of the best houses on the chart, represents a Venus who is going to have a good relationship with the government or the king or with leaders, who will travel a lot, have a strong inclination towards spirituality. In the 10th house, Venus represents someone who will do very well in their work and gain a lot of money. Venus in the 11th house indicates the easy acquisition of money, nice property, again getting along well with the siblings, and is someone who can have an influence over the masses by their speaking. Also someone who will travel in high social circles. Venus in the 12th house indicates a strong interest in spirituality, perhaps a loss of money or a loss of mate at some point in the life, sudden loss in social status, but someone who is generally very kind and interested in the afterlife and reincarnation. If you want to know how Venus is doing on your chart, I am happy to help you. Please visit my website, radikeshdas.com or medicalastrology108.com. Thank you very much.